Live from the Loose Peter Memorial Bus Station and Bathroom in beautiful downtown Oxnard, California, this is Clutch's Class Project. And with a name like Clutch, you know it's got to be good. With me tonight, I have the one, the only, the man in black, Tex Kabuki. How are you, Tex?
I'm great. Glad to be here, Kerry.
Good.
Glad to be able to help you out too, Clutch, you dog.
What a guy, that Clutch. Anyway, the question that I'm sure is burning in the back of our audience's minds everywhere across the nation right now.
Except for this one here.
Yeah, well, forget about these guys.
They have no minds.
No minds at all. Chinese food, Tex. How do you feel about Chinese food?
Well, it's well documented, my love for exotic cuisines. I'm quite fond of Chinese. You know that, yeah. We've sat down to many a Hunan plate together. I remember your favorite is the spare ribs.
Spare ribs. Spare ribs are nice. Spare ribs are nice. Do you prefer the milder, the Mugu Gai Pan variety?
Now, I told your staff I didn't want to get into my sex life, so I won't answer that. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Tex. Well, I had to ask.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, there's another question that I've been wanting to ask real bad. There's the one particular tour that occurred with 1 Second Zero, probably 3, 4, 5, maybe 50, 60 years ago.
Yes.
That involved the former member Roy Burgess.
That's true. Yeah. Roy was a good musician, but a terrible poet.
Yes, great musician.
I know where this is going. You're going to ask about his love letters.
Yes, right. Approximately, now just a ballpark figure here, Tex, but approximately how many love letters did Roy write?
Let me put it to you this way. We did a road trip to Lubbock, a great town, Lubbock. They loved my music. We were on the road to Lubbock for 4 days, and he produced well over 200 love letters.
Prolific devil, wasn't he?
Well, he only mailed 50, but he did write over 200, and he destroyed them. I dug them out of his wastebasket, and as you know, my first solo album was music written around these horrible love lyrics. And, well, you know, the critics hated those lyrics, and I got blamed because I didn't give him credit. I didn't want him to know I stole his lyrics. I'm sure he recognized them, he wrote them. But the critics panned me, and I kept it secret for all these years that actually Roy did write those.
So was the babe worth it?
I really never met her. I've heard stories about her prowess, but that's something I really can't answer.
I see, I see. Well, it has been well over 60, 75 years since
no,
1 Second Zero.
No, it hasn't really been that long.
Oh.
More like, I think, 26 years. This is our 26th anniversary of breaking up. It was the best thing that ever happened to my career. It was dumping those guys. You know, Clutch went on to play with Rudy Dad, and Allie joined Barbie Head, you know, which is a big part of the lesbian rock scene here in Austin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've kept contact with them. In fact, I use them and friends on my new record that's coming out that I'm here to promote today. I'm sure you're not interested in it, but the public might be interested in my new project.
Yes.
Well, forget it, man. I'm not here to talk about that. You know?
I'm sorry, Tex.
I think it's cheap to promote something that, you know, is non-essential. It's my music. You've heard my music. It's nothing to write home about. It's, you know, thrashing in the studio. It's expensive equipment. It's endless touring. It's fighting with the record label. You know, it's just not worth it.
Which brings me to another subject. Your record label. Is it true that your record label, Waste of Vinyl Records, has really put the screws to you on this past deal?
Right. I mean, the crew was making cracks about the guy in black. You know why I'm in black? I just came from a meeting with my record company, their lawyers, my lawyers, the jerks that played on my record. It's my funeral. I'm getting buried. They brought out the contract that they say I signed to do the whole record. I signed away all my royalties for 1 case of Busch beer. That's what they're contending. I say it's bullshit. I'm ready to go to the distance, and I'm here to tell you on national TV that Chicken Velvet Records has screwed me, Tex Kabuki. You heard it here first. I wanted you to be the first to know. Help me out on this.
Well, now 1 case of Busch beer, it is true that the Beatles did over 5 years worth of recording for only basically the equivalent of about 1.5 cases of Busch beer.
Well, that was in the 60s. you know, a case of beer doesn't go as far today in today's music scene. You know that. I mean, I don't think any band in Austin gets paid in cash these days. It's on a per can, per set basis mostly. You know, you play for beer, you get paid in beer, and I just think one case of Bush, it's not even that good. I like Bush, but I mean, all my song royalties for the next 5 years have been sold down for one case of Bush beer.
One case of Bush beer, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Now, Tex, I hate to do this to you. For those of you who don't know this, Tex really hates to be photographed. Not that I would know why, but we do have a roll-in video that we're about to show now. So, Clutch, if you could go ahead and roll that, you know.
No. I strictly forbid this.
Easily the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
You
Tex.
asked for it. Kerry, it was your judgment. I warned you. I say, that's why I don't like to be photographed. I'm a jerk.
Well, coming from one music hater to possibly another one, is it true that, in fact, you do hate music almost as much as I do?
I try. I try to love music. I've tried to love music. I do my best. But you know how it is. First of all, you start hating other people's music. I hate just about everything. I hate Mozart. And,
Bravo. Bravo.
yeah, well, you know, come on. It's, you know, piano tinkering and tinkering. It's just not worth it, you know, and most of your pop music today is just too damn sincere for me. People are trying to say things. Music sucks. We all know it. Let's speak the truth.
Music sucks. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it here first.
Well, yeah, don't forget it either, you dog.
From Tex Kabuki himself. Now, the question that I'm sure all of us in the audience want to know is Clutch going to get a good grade out of this? We certainly hope so. This is Kerry Bowman. Thank you very much. Good night.